What's up everyone, my name is James from the FIFA Projects, and today it's episode 10 of the career mode, the Arsenal career mode. I'm excited for this episode and I hope you guys are too. Now I'm trying to get back on track with the videos and things. I've not taken a day off. I think if you watched yesterday's episode, I was kind of all over the place with trying to get the video up and not sleeping as much to get the video up, and today's going to be a late one as well, but hopefully I think by tomorrow I'll have caught back up again and be back on track with the videos, so I'm happy about that. You can see we are Portugal. I don't know if I mentioned this before. I think I did earlier in the episode, maybe like 5, something like that. We are Portugal. It's just a team that's slightly different and not just the same international teams that I tend to be when I do other career modes off camera and things like that. I'm often the same teams over and over again for international, so that's good. And you guys know what I'm like and starting to get to know what I'm like, and I get more and more happy the closer it gets to the World Cup, so I really can't wait to start watching some games. And I try to watch a lot of the games. I don't try to just watch the Brazil and Spain and England games. I try to watch all the games, and I think it's quite fun to watch all the games that are available and see different teams that you don't necessarily expect to do well, so I'm excited for that as well. This first game's against Spurs, and they scored an incredible goal there straight away. Sissoko, he had actually a good World Cup last time, and it was a great volley from him, just first time straight on that. And we'll watch the replay again to have a look at that. And guys, I want to give something to you here, and that is, if you guys are excited for the World Cup, just leave a like on this video. Just click the like button, and if you're enjoying the videos, leave a like button. So any of those two things, leave a like. And also in the comments, let me know down below, who do you think is going to win and who do you want to win. Maybe you're not from England, maybe you're from a different country, and maybe that's the team you want to win, and let me know again who you think is going to win. So yeah, they scored that free kick, and this game was quite a battle. Definitely, it was us coming forward, them coming forward, and I apologise guys if these commentaries for this video is not quite as good as I believe they are for the other ones. Again, I'm a little bit kind of under the weather, I guess you can say. I'm not exactly 100%, so you can go back to the last episode and see that if you like, but I hope you guys still appreciate me giving it what I do have left and trying my best. So we get a penalty here. I thought it was a penalty, so that's good. I don't really like getting penalties when you don't deserve them, but let's see if we can actually finish this penalty. And it's a great finish by Mahrez. So we've missed quite a few penalties this season, I guess you can say, this first season, because this is going to be a 2-part series. But I think a lot of that's been because I'm trying to score cool penalties, like nice finishes, as opposed to just banging them in. I would rather you guys see something a little different, something that's actually visually nice to watch, rather than score just loads of goals but not necessarily goals that I'm proud of. At half time, as you can see by the stats, they was slightly better. I would say they was the slight better team, I guess, but they had a lot of shots, I guess, compared to what they normally used to, but the shots wasn't exactly too threatening. I mean, a lot of the shots Butland was catching them, and it's only been a few days really since the Premier League's finished now, and when I kind of analyse things and look over and see kind of what happened with all the different teams, Spurs had a very unusual season. I think both for top teams, both Spurs and United had unusual seasons, because my prediction for this season, I was dead wrong. I thought United was going to win the season. I thought Pep might want one more season to get into the groove of things, and I was wrong about that. He shined this season, and his team did. And I also thought that Jose Mourinho, I thought he would take United to the top this season and win the league, which I'm kind of glad he didn't, because I'm not a big, huge United fan. But Spurs was a team that definitely struggled towards the end. They was flying mid-season and at the start, and Harry Kane was, but they started to struggle towards the end, both conceding goals and scoring goals. And I know Harry Kane, I believe Salah got 32 goals and Kane got 30, or maybe 33 for Salah. And I know afterwards Harry said, well, let's see if you can do that next season as well, let's go again, which I kind of liked, that competitiveness, and that's going to be quite interesting actually to see if Salah can do what he did again next season, because I believe he'll still be there at Liverpool. I mean, I'm a Liverpool fan, so I obviously think that, but they've got Naby Keita coming in, plus they're going to have a lot of money to spend, and if they win the Champions League, they're going to have additional money to spend. So there's going to be, I mean, you get a good amount of money for just being in Champions League final anyway, and then obviously if Liverpool can pull it off and win it, which is definitely possible, they're going to have a lot of money to spend. So I don't see Salah wanting to move anywhere else. I think Liverpool is a good club for him to be at. So we go down 1-0 again here against Huddersfield, and something I wasn't too happy about, a header as well. I'm never really happy to concede headers, but headers are, especially when they're from a corner as well, because they're so hit and miss. I think in previous FIFAs you could control scoring headers a lot more, but at least in the recent FIFAs I find that free kicks and headers are more luck than anything. At least that's my opinion on things. That's where I come from on it, and they nearly get 2-0, which would not have been a good scenario for us, but we come back down and kind of get a bit lucky there with shooting. It deflects off the boot of the defender and then snap up the rebound, so luck evens out again there. So I've said this a million times now, guys, and I promise this is going to be the last thing I mention of it, because I keep talking about it and that's not really what I normally do, but I just have to apologise again. I don't think this commentary's been as good as it normally has been for the first 9 episodes, or first 8 episodes really, and that's because of other outside circumstances, which you can check out in the last video if you want to. And I feel good that I'm getting the videos out and I'm not making any excuses for my situation, but I feel bad that I'm not really providing as much as I could be in terms of energy wise and everything. So I'm trying to pick myself up and really get into this commentary, and I thought that was an incredible goal. Lacazette really been shining for us this season, not necessarily the main striker in the team, but he's been playing behind the striker and as a striker, and his finishing and agility are the 2 traits that stand out for me. So I'm really happy for the fact that he's someone we can use, because I don't necessarily, I mean, when you start a new career mode or a manager joins a new club, you have players that you inherit, and obviously Lacazette, Aubameyang, Ozil, they're players that we inherit, and obviously I've brought in Mahrez and Martial and players like that, but we inherit players, and oftentimes those players aren't always the players we would prefer to play with, so I think it's nice to have players that are actually performing even though we haven't chose to purchase them. And coming forward again there, you can see making it 3-1, pretty much game over is what I would suspect at that sort of time in the game at 3-1, but you really never know. But I'm definitely happy with that, nice finish. And I like to think that my goals that I score are quite good goals, not necessarily that one and the one before, but I like to try and score not even necessarily good goals, but just totally different goals to most other players, and I think that's hopefully what makes me a little different. They should really be finishing that to get close to getting 3-3, but they couldn't. I've just remembered the topic that I wanted to talk about, and if you guys have stuck around till this time in the video, let me know that I appreciate you. I just want you to know that I appreciate you, and thank you for staying around, and also please subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying these videos so you don't keep missing them. And that is the topic that I want to talk about, is the way FIFA 19 career mode might be set up. And I did mention it in a previous episode with how they're having the legal rights to the Champions League and the Europa League, but it might make career mode totally different. They might be able to do other things and add other things to it that are totally different to what we've seen before, and I think that's going to make it more realistic, and the more realistic it is, the better for me. We get the late winner there for 4-1, just to put the final nail in the coffin, if you want to say that. And it was Nelson again. Fairly dominant performance, I thought. And so our next game is going to be in the Europa Cup. Should be called the Europa League, will be next season. But I think that's going to conclude this episode, guys. So I just want to thank you for watching, and I appreciate you. Goodbye.